Sex addiction is a serious issue that affects many people. It can have a devastating impact on their lives and relationships. Understanding sex addiction is the first step towards seeking help and finding recovery. This essay will provide information about sex addiction, its symptoms, causes, and treatment options. It is important to remember that sex addiction is a real disorder. It is not a sign of weakness or a character flaw. People with sex addiction need compassion and support, not judgment. This essay will use simple language and short sentences to make it accessible to a wide audience. The goal is to educate and inform readers about sex addiction. This knowledge can help individuals struggling with this issue to seek the help they need. It can also help family and friends to provide support and understanding. This essay will cover a range of topics related to sex addiction. It will discuss the definition of sex addiction and its symptoms. It will also explore the causes of this disorder and its impact on people's lives. Sex addiction is a complex disorder. It is characterized by compulsive sexual behaviors that become the primary focus in life. People with sex addiction often feel powerless to control their urges. They may engage in risky sexual behaviors despite negative consequences. Sex addiction is not about having a high sex drive. It is about using sex as a way to cope with difficult emotions. People with sex addiction often turn to sex as a way to numb out, escape, or feel powerful. There are many different ways that sex addiction can manifest. Some people with sex addiction engage in compulsive masturbation or pornography use. Others may have multiple sexual partners or engage in risky sexual behaviors. It is important to note that not everyone who engages in these behaviors has a sex addiction. The key difference is that people with sex addiction feel unable to control their behaviors. These behaviors also cause them significant distress or impairment in their lives. Recognizing the symptoms of sex addiction is crucial for seeking help. These symptoms can manifest in various ways, affecting a person's thoughts, emotions, and behaviors. One common symptom is an obsession with sexual thoughts and fantasies, often consuming a significant portion of their time and energy. Compulsive engagement in sexual activities, such as excessive pornography use, masturbation, or seeking multiple partners, is another red flag. Individuals may find themselves engaging in these behaviors despite negative consequences, such as relationship problems, financial difficulties, or health risks. Secrecy and shame often accompany sex addiction. People may go to great lengths to hide their behaviors, leading to feelings of isolation and guilt. The inability to control these urges, even when desiring to stop, is a hallmark of addiction, causing significant distress and impairment in their lives. It's important to remember that experiencing some of these symptoms doesn't automatically indicate sex addiction. However, if these behaviors feel uncontrollable, cause significant distress, and negatively impact various aspects of life, seeking professional help is crucial for diagnosis and support. The causes of sex addiction are complex and multifaceted, often stemming from a combination of factors. Biological factors, such as genetics and brain chemistry, can play a role in predisposing individuals to addictive behaviors. Imbalances in neurotransmitters like dopamine, which is associated with pleasure and reward, can contribute to compulsive sexual behaviors. Psychological factors, including early childhood experiences, trauma, and mental health conditions, can significantly influence the development of sex addiction. Traumatic events, such as sexual abuse or neglect, can create emotional wounds that individuals may attempt to numb or escape through compulsive sexual behaviors. Social and cultural factors also contribute to the development and maintenance of sex addiction. Easy access to pornography, societal messages that hypersexualize individuals, and cultural norms that shame and stigmatize sex can create an environment where addictive behaviors thrive. Understanding the interplay of these biological, psychological, and social factors is crucial for developing effective treatment approaches for sex addiction. Addressing the underlying causes and providing individuals with the tools and support they need to heal is essential for their recovery journey. Section 5. The impact of sex addiction. The impact of sex addiction on an individual's life can be, well, devastating, affecting their relationships, mental health, and overall well-being. One of the most significant areas of impact is on intimate relationships. The secrecy, deceit, and betrayal inherent in sex addiction can erode trust and intimacy, often leading to relationship breakdowns and divorce. The constant preoccupation with sexual thoughts and behaviors can consume an individual's time and energy, leaving them feeling emotionally drained and disconnected from their loved ones. This emotional distance can lead to feelings of loneliness, isolation, and depression. Moreover, sex addiction can have severe consequences for an individual's mental health. Shame, guilt, and low self-esteem are common experiences, further fueling the cycle of addiction. The constant struggle with compulsive behaviors can lead to anxiety, depression, and even suicidal thoughts. The impact of sex addiction extends beyond the individual, affecting their families, friends, and communities. Loved ones often experience a range of emotions, including betrayal, anger, confusion, and helplessness. Children of individuals with sex addiction may face emotional and psychological difficulties as they struggle to understand and cope with their parents' behavior. Section 6. Seeking help and treatment. Seeking help and treatment for sex addiction is crucial for individuals to break free from the cycle of compulsive behaviors and begin their journey toward recovery. The first step is often acknowledging that there is a problem and seeking professional help. Therapists specializing in addiction and sexual health can provide a safe and confidential space for individuals to explore their behaviors, understand the underlying causes, and develop coping mechanisms. Therapy for sex addiction typically involves a combination of individual therapy, group therapy, and sometimes medication. Individual therapy provides a space for individuals to process their emotions, explore their sexual history, and develop healthy coping strategies. Group therapy offers a supportive environment where individuals can connect with others who understand their struggles, share their experiences, and learn from one another. Medications, such as antidepressants or mood stabilizers, may be prescribed to address co-occurring mental health conditions, such as depression or anxiety, which can contribute to addictive behaviors. In addition to therapy and medication, support groups like Sex Addicts Anonymous (SAA) can provide a valuable lifeline for individuals in recovery. Section 7. The Road to Recovery. The road to recovery from sex addiction is a journey that requires commitment, courage, and ongoing support. It's important to remember that recovery is not a linear process. There will be ups and downs, setbacks, and triumphs along the way. One of the key components of recovery is breaking free from denial and accepting the reality of the addiction. This involves acknowledging the impact of compulsive sexual behaviors on oneself and others, and taking responsibility for one's actions. Developing healthy coping mechanisms to manage triggers and cravings is essential for maintaining sobriety. This may involve learning stress reduction techniques, such as mindfulness, meditation, or yoga, as well as identifying and avoiding situations that trigger cravings. Building a strong support system is crucial for long-term recovery. This may include trusted friends and family members, therapists, support groups, and sponsors. Surrounding oneself with people who understand the challenges of addiction and offer encouragement and accountability can make a significant difference. Recovery from sex addiction is not just about abstaining from compulsive behaviors. It's also about healing the underlying emotional wounds that contribute to the addiction. This may involve addressing past traumas, developing self-compassion, and learning to build healthy, fulfilling relationships. Section 8. Conclusion. In conclusion, sex addiction is a complex and challenging disorder that can have devastating consequences for individuals, their relationships, and their overall well-being. However, it's essential to remember that recovery is possible with the right support, treatment, and commitment. Understanding the symptoms, causes, and impact of sex addiction is crucial for seeking help and embarking on the journey toward healing. By breaking free from denial, addressing underlying emotional issues, and developing healthy coping mechanisms, individuals can reclaim their lives and build a brighter future. If you or someone you know is struggling with sex addiction, please remember that you are not alone. Reach out for help, seek professional treatment, and embrace the support of others who understand your journey. Recovery is possible, and there is hope for a healthier, more fulfilling life beyond addiction. Subscribe and don't forget to take care of yourselves. Goodbye.